It's week 3 of the 2022 season, and we'll see tight end Dawson Knox. He came through with 115 yards a week ago. It's the Bills and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
First down catch there by Jamison Crowder, now in his 8th NFL season and his 3rd team, this time the Buffalo Bills. There are plenty of mouths to feed in the Buffalo offense, but a dependable slot guy like Crowder will always get his share of receptions.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll work down inside the 45. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they went to the challenge.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go play action. Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 67 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Bridgewater. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On second down, this is Edmonds.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Bridgewater to throw it. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go right back to Singletary. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're done.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Allen now looks to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point. From just shy of midfield, Allen flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen on the... And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater caught by Wilson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Throwing is Bridgewater. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll try and run the option left side. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Miami set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Escape pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jordan Phillips. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. Down to about the 45. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Singletary again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen.
He'll find Gabriel Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
From the 10, 1st and goal.
Allen going to throw. Touchdown! Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Bridgewater. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
First down, Bridgewater.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Bridgewater.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over.
They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Now Allen.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Allen.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Again, they'll throw with Allen.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And again, it's Allen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They will run with Singletary. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Now Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Singletary. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Allen. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run with Singletary. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
You certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. That going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Edmonds. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Wilson's got it complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Complete to Cedric Wilson. Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he's got it. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Edmonds going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Mostert going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Loss of a couple on the play, so 3rd down coming up.
This offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Bridgewater on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Look at those stick skills. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And again, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now Bridgewater. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1-to-5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1-to-5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know what I feel. Exactly.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he's got it to about the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go right back to Singletary. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. And that miss
possession just about right to finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
So the Dolphins now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent field position on first down. First down, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Bridgewater's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bridgewater again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because, you know, they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for Buffalo, they're into the win column now.